Hello. Today I want to show you again Operation Blitzkrieg, but we will see. It's not the same because we didn't set a position for that yet. So first we need to see where we want to attack. Again, we should divide the board, and we can see that Black didn't develop his pieces, so that is the problem on the queen side. On the king side, maybe he wants to run away, so maybe he will castle in the future. We can expect probably in the next move that Black should castle. But if we try to put our pieces on the king side and if we try to open that side, then maybe he will change the mind, and who knows, maybe he won't castle at all. That is why it's so important to start with some activity or with some active play on the king side. So take a pause, think for a while, see maybe what white should play here. It's not some sacrifice or something like that. We need some positional play here first, and then when we set a perfect position for that, then we can attack. So if you already decided, okay, so knight e5 is the first move. So with that move we will play f4 in the future. That is idea, f4, f5 maybe, or just f4, and then we will involve our rook in the game, especially if Black castle on the king side. Then it would be nice to attack on the king side. I mean, we have a space advantage. What else we need? We need to build position on that side and then to open. So we have practically a lot of pieces there on the king side who can be involved in attack. On the other side, Black doesn't have anything, so it would be probably dangerous for Black to castle on the king side, especially after f4, because then the position will be even more open for us. And of course we can try with to involve more pieces and then to sacrifice something to open the king. Okay, so Black played here bishop d6. Idea with that is to move the queen from this place, and then the queen will also try to cover some space and to defend the king. So bishop d6 to unpin the queen from the bishop, and now the queen is also available to go whenever Black wants. On the other side, if Black try with knight d7, then I think White should play f4. And idea with that f4 is just to take with a pawn, with f pawn, if Black try to eliminate our good knight on e5. So knight takes on e5, f takes, and we have a really good position to attack, because we have open f file. Queen could be involved in the game on really fast way, and everything is perfect setup, especially because we have a pawn on e5. He gave us already space advantage. This bishop can't enter in the game. It's really hard. The other bishop also, it's not on good place. The queen is also out of game. So we have great some positional things to attack. Okay, so instead to play knight d7, Black played here bishop d6, and then again, of course, we will continue with our idea. Why not f4? Again, if Black trades that his bishop for the knight, we will capture with f pawn. Again, we will open f file, which is great for us. So that is why queen c7. Queen c7, maybe it's a good move, because now the queen is more closer to the king, and she also can help in defending him, especially because Black doesn't want to castle on the king side. So that means that someone needs to protect him in the center. On the queen side, practically he can't castle because there is a lot of pieces there what Black needs to move first and then to try to castle on that side. So queen c7. And now again, one probably must play move for White, and that is queen e4. So we played queen e4 with idea to put our queen closer to the enemy king. So now she is involved in the game, and in the next move probably we will try with sacrifice. So we will start Operation Blitzkrieg because we set up everything perfect. So we have bishops who is already on good positions. Knight is in the center of the board. We have space advantage, especially because Black didn't push any of his pawns further than 6th rank. So we have that space advantage. And we have a rook who is already on active places, so we have everything prepared for some action here. Then b6. Black probably doesn't know what else to do. Again, it could be risky to play knight d7 because now we have knight f7 here, and when he takes that, we have checkmate probably on f7. So black can't play knight d7 because then he's cutting off his queen, and then we can play knight f7. And as you can see, we have some already connection with our pieces. This is so important when you are playing, that you have that connection with your pieces. They need to work together. So b6, and then take a pause, because now it's time for Operation Blitzkrieg. So we will start with that. We will sacrifice. Element of surprise is on our side, and again black is not ready for that because, as you can see, he didn't develop his pieces, and he has a problem with the king in the center, so he's exposed to attack. After we start with Operation Blitzkrieg, we need to play a couple of tempo moves because on that way we will get some speed with that, and speed is important in chess, especially after we sacrifice, because then time is running low for us because we have one piece less or some material less. So it's so important to have that speed because we want to return material or to give checkmate, or we will see something good will happen for us, of course, if we calculate well that variation. So knight f7. We start with that. Okay, we don't want to think anything else. If he doesn't take that knight, we will take his rook or the bishop, or something will fall more, and of course this position can't be good for black, so he must take. There is two possibilities, to take with the king or with the queen. Of course, if he takes with the king, then we have f5 probably, and the game is practically over after that because we are threatening to capture, and then the rook will also enter in the game. So only natural move here, or logical move here, is queen f7. But then again f5. Then again we want to involve more pieces in the game, especially this pawn on e6 is so important for us to remove him from the board, because we want to open center, especially that pawn, because the king is behind him, so we want to capture him. Probably with the bishop, because then the queen can give some check to the king. Then queen h5. Why black moved the king from that diagonal? Because we are threatening to capture here. So queen h5. And why black played that move? You see, in this moment, white has some threat here, and that is to take with the pawn on f5. With f5 pawn to take on e6. Why this is so important for white? Because after queen h5 we have rook f5, and the queen will be in trap. Only square for the queen is on g6, but then we can play rook f8 and we will capture the queen. Or maybe g5, but then the queen is completely out of game, and soon the game will be over. So it's not good for black to wait, so he moves the queen from f-file, which is probably a smart idea, but still he didn't develop anything. Okay, he doesn't have the time for that. We are playing tempo moves, so that is why he can't develop his pieces or to move the king from the center. So queen h5, and now we should capture first with the bishop, because then we can open e-file. So knight e7. Why black didn't capture? The answer is so simple. We will capture with the queen. He can't play bishop e7 because we have queen and the bishop, so that will be checkmate if he plays bishop e7. What else he can play here? Probably only move is king f8, but now we can capture, and not only that we return material, now we have completely winning position because the king is exposed to attack, and as you can see, the black pieces are completely without any chance to be involved in the game, so it must be winning for white. So only solution here or only move for black is to play knight d7. And after knight d7, take a pause, try to find good solution for white. After next move, the game will be lost for black, but the next move must be something with this cover attack. So we have bishop and the queen on the same file, like where is the enemy king, so we can use that for attack. We can capture something important with our bishop. So for that we need maybe to attack the queen, but how? Okay, I will tell you the answer now. So f6, what a nice move. After f6 we are threatening to play bishop g4, and we will capture the queen because this is cover attack. So practically only move for black is to play knight f6. But first, of course, now because our queen is hanging and we don't need a rook for this operation, I mean for this combination, we will capture the queen, so why not? We can sacrifice the rook. So rook takes on f6, and now still we are threatening bishop g4 and to take the queen. So black doesn't have the time to capture our rook, so he must move the queen. Okay, queen h4, now we can capture the queen and we have winning position. We will win after maybe 20 moves or maybe 30 moves, it doesn't matter, but we will win the game. But white found a shorter way to win the game. He calculates, and this is open position, so we should calculate in this moment. And why not to give checkmate in just a couple of moves? So there is a checkmate, forcing variation. So white played here queen c6, and after king e7 we have lovely move that is rook f7. We will sacrifice the bishop, and when he takes the rook, takes the bishop, we have checkmate in one. Probably you can see that already. That is queen c4 checkmate. What a nice checkmate position, because the king is in the center and he can't go anywhere. So again, for us it's not that important how we gave checkmate. For us it's much more important how to enter in winning position. So with knight e5 we want to play f4 and to push even harder our position to attack. So f4, we will see after that, maybe f5 or immediately, because still black didn't castle, so f7, pawn is hanging. Or if he try to exchange that with knight d7 and then knight e5, that would be nice for us because we will open f-file. If he castle, then maybe we have bishop f6, not right away, maybe first rook f3 and then we will discuss about that, but in some moment probably bishop f6. Idea is again to open black king, and as you can see there is no black pieces on the king side, so it must be correct sacrifice for white. Thank you again, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.